Hey there, welcome back to the table, or virtual table. We're going to continue some Might and Magic here. One of the things I wanted to show you is I can't launch the game if I click on play. So if you are interested in getting it yourself, you have to go into the executable. And then what I did was I went into properties, and for compatibility, I have it on Windows 95 compatibility. Um, and it should work. Boom. And there it is. The music is excellent. I don't know if it's copyright protected because it is an older game and sometimes they are. But I really do love the music for this game. Obviously, with all the issues of. Oh, there is an autosave. I could have possibly. So. I can't tell where my. I think it was this one. March 7th. Yes. Alright, and unfortunately, this game's going to be a bit of a grind. Now, Might and Magic 6 is way more grindy than this one. Like, you thought that there was a lot of goblins or whatever that we were fighting, uh, with the assistance of the cannons killing them. In the Might and Magic 6, you would have had to kill all of them by hand. And I'm not exaggerating. That's pretty much how these maps end up turning out. And the music did. There we go. So, I mean, the music is pretty nice. But it's so loud. I don't know how loud it was for you, but like for me, it was like blasting out my ears compared to all the other. And the music controls, it's either all the way off or it's full bore. There's no in between. So here you can see we got. I'm gonna look up here. See, there's a guy up there dinking around. I don't know how easily. There we go. He's too far away. He's running away because he's low in health.
How do you like that?
That's what they always do. Alright, so we went back here thinking it might be something, but it really wasn't. It's something that's going to come later in the game if I recall correctly. And then we made our way back, and then I think at this bridge is when I started running and ignoring all the enemies. So we still have a lot of enemies in here, and yeah, I think that's basically it in a nutshell. There's not much else to talk about. We're just collecting money, because...
but a scratch.
Let me
Bring on a bigger challenge.
Alright, so what we're trying to do, strategy-wise, is you want to get all your skills to 4. Why 4? Because then you can learn expert level. So, you know, how you can go normal and then expert. And I understand that, like, most of my video was lost yesterday. But, what wasn't lost is my auto notes. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. It puts that in there. So my auto notes, let's see. So the Master Instructor of Staff is in the Bracada Desert. You know, this is where the masters are. And the Grandmasters. But it doesn't tell you where the experts are. Which, a little unfortunate. But the big thing, though, is those experts, when you find them, you want to be ready. So you need to have your skill at level 4, and you need your money. Because you may not come across that expert again. That's part of the... it's just because of the way or you will come across them again, but then you have to do something like this, where you're traveling across the map and wasting all your time. There is a way to be efficient in this game, and anyways, the efficiency is, it comes with knowledge and knowing where everything is and planning it out better. I am not at the point of efficiency. I don't remember where all these experts are. I do know I had to go to the Elven town Tellurian to get the bow skill. I know there's some expert trainers in my current town, but beyond that, I don't have it all planned out. And we probably should. Right now, my goal is just to clear the map and get money, because it costs like $1,000 for every expert promotion, and I need expert promotions for all 4 characters for multiple skills. So, I need a lot of money. Is where I'm going. 1 second. Okay, I am back. My son might interrupt me a few more times. Family sort of
How are you?
does that. Okay, so getting to what I was referring to. Right here, sell. Oh, you missed it. But this guy has Tellurian wood. I bought it for 200 gold, and now I'm gonna sell it, and I got 286 gold. So I'll go ahead and buy the arrowheads. But to be quite honest, that's a really big item to be looking around just for 86 in profit. I'm glad I found her. That was good. I needed that. Alright, right here. So like Earth Magic Expert. So in order to become an expert, you need to be level 4 and have 1,000 gold. And I don't even know the Earth Magic skill. I swear I was just in this town last night. I guess I missed a lot of stuff. Then to be a Grandmaster, you need to have level 10 and 6,000 gold. You can see. So you're ultimately looking to get to level 10 in these. And remember, to upgrade to level 10, that means you're spending 11 skill points just to go from 9, or 10 skill points to go from 9 to 10. Got Sword Grandmaster, Axis. And those guys, like that Perception Expert being there, I gotta remember that, because this person here has a Perception of 3, so I'm almost there. I need a few more skill points. And they bury treasure chests and all kinds of stuff off the beaten path. There's a lot of just running around exploring that you got to do. And again, familiarization with the game makes it a little smoother, because you're not doing what I'm doing right now. At least not as much, right? Because you might be like, hey, I remember there was something back here. See, and you can... The map is... Yeah, right there, look. There's a treasure chest just in the middle of the forest.
I don't know what that is.
Alright, I don't know who needs a cloak, but I'll give it to him for now.
We'll find a use for this.
Give it to her.
We'll find a use for this.
Alright, so he has a cloak. +3. So then we'll move to him. He needs one. So yeah, did I know that was there? Absolutely not. I'm just trying to explore the black space. That's all I was doing. But that's why, you look at the map and study it, and you identify stuff like this. And that's why you do it, because like I said, they bury things everywhere. So Erathia, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of trainers there. There was trainers in Tellurian as well. So between the 3 cities, our city and those 2, I think you got almost all the experts covered. So if we needed to get expert something, one of those 3 cities will cover it. The thing that's going through my head is we want to go to Barrow Downs, because as the guy told us, we need to concentrate on upgrading our castle, and that's where the dwarves are. That will help us. But we have one final thing to do here. Oh, we just lit the fire pit. So where are we? We're here. I think there's a fire signal pit there. That's what that little X is. Let's get away from this position on the map. We gotta do the battle first.
Was that supposed to hurt?
Ah, what a scratch.
The ones that shoot back are always the most annoying. Okay, now that I'm far enough away. Alright, there is not a X. Well, here. Let's make sure I didn't screw something up here. I mean, I know the whole signal fire thing. Here we go. I have been able to find 2 signal fires to light. I think that's where that X is. Okay, so we're good. There's 3 of them. We found 1. It looks like we have to actually transition off the map and come back too. But the thing we have to do is we actually have a dungeon here we need to do. It is this one. And we're going to go ahead and bless the party. And let's go.
This has all the makings for adventure.
Yes, it does. We need money.
How do you like that?
Troglodytes,
It's just a small wound.
if I remember, is the warlock. So all the enemies
Ow!
are the same enemies you would encounter in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And the warlock is a particular style of dungeon.
Let's look for a more...
Okay, so I'm noting there's a path to the right. And then some things like this. See, look, we got ourselves some type of ore. Okay, so one of the things you missed because I was on pause is when we went to...
It's just a small wound.
When we went to Erathia,
No problem.
there are some shops, if you will, that are there. They're right next to each other, 3 of them. They will take ore like that and make items for you, special items. And this is why the bow skill, it's just so important. I mean, I'm not spending magic points, and I know they don't always hit, but and they do the little bit, just a tiniest bit of damage, but like we were able to take them out without even. Oh, cardinal roll, save. So you can see there's a lot of different ways to go. So when we came in, I have to orient myself. My apologies. There's the exit. There's an immediate right here. Looks like there's... Whoop. Looks like there's a left, there's a straight, and then there's a straight left. Like a northwest, if you will. There's a lot of different ways to go here. It's maybe because I watched the movie Labyrinth when I was younger, but you always explore by turning right. Okay, so this is a case where they're actually fighting each other. You can sort of let them just duke it out. Oh, that's probably one of the other pathways we could have taken. Doesn't look like the ooze is taking any damage. I don't understand why nobody's hitting. I think the oozes can only be damaged by magic.
Let's look for a more interesting fight.
We're gonna back up. So yeah, you need your mana just to kill the ooze. They don't even give you anything. Alright.
It's disarmed.
We'll find a use for this. We'll find a use for this.
I disarmed it.
We'll find a use for this.
Alright, so one key thing to note is whatever this pathway is, that was one of the probably alternative ones we could have taken. that Master Bless is really helpful. I mean, we're not missing even with our arrows. And this might be another way. I don't think there's a way you can jump that. It's just high enough that I don't think you can jump. There is a fly spell you eventually get, but I don't have that for certain. Okay, so
I disarmed it.
look at that. We almost doubled our money just by coming in here. That was excellent. Alright, so we did, looks like a lot of lower region stuff. Now we're going to go back to the beginning, and I'm suspecting that some of these pathways are just going to take us back to here. Alright, so this is the beginning. That should be the entrance there. And this is where we went. So following our strategy, we're going to take the rightmost path, which is the one that was directly in front of us. Excuse me. Now remember, I like to look down a little bit.
We'll find a use for this.
Ooh, that one we for sure want. Plus 4 spell points. That's amazing. I think they all offer at least plus 3. Alright, we got cloaks for everybody. Alright, so before you get excited, right, that's where we just were. The map is, like, not helpful at all. And there we go. So we went right, we did this, then we did this, and then actually we somehow ended up in that one. So this is our entrance. Yes. So we went down that path there. Now let's try this one.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, you always pay attention, right? There's another one of those ores. Iron laced ore and Cyrto. I don't know which one's better. This is stronger and lighter than steel. This one could make an amulet, ring, or armor. This can make an exceptional weapon. So it sounds like this one's more for weapons. An amulet, a ring, armor. So, yeah. They tend to all be really good. I usually get very excited finding ore like this.
Sorry, can't help.
We'll find a use for this.
Thank you, Andrew. He's always so positive. Telling me he's gonna find uses for things. Alright. So we got a purple barrel. And our auto notes are awesome. Because we know that purple is speed. So let's do you. Another purple barrel. Just spread the wealth there. A blue barrel. Ooh, a green barrel. Let's give him some. They all need endurance. Another purple barrel. And a yellow barrel, which was accuracy. That was an awesome little room. That's what I like about this game so much. It's just, this is where I was trying to jump up. So we found that. I like it because I feel like I'm growing my characters all the time. Even when I'm in the middle of grinding, there's just cool barrels just in the middle of a dungeon or something. Alright, so with our strategy of constantly going right, now we got this room. This is the last one. Of course, somebody's going to be mean someday and make a dungeon that's like a perfect square, and everything is in the middle, which means you have to turn left. I have to get famous enough for somebody to be that mean and cruel to do that to me. Also, somebody made a comment about Ultima 4. So I actually spent some time last night watching a playthrough of Ultima 4. And I didn't realize it was a game from 1987. Whatever the Ultima was that it might have been Ultima 7, Ultima 8. There was an Ultima I do remember when I was in high school. 1987 is a bit before then. But the point I guess I'm making is that the Ultima, it was heavily text-based, and it was almost like Zork with a little bit of graphics. And I think it could be fun. I don't know how much tolerance I have for having to, remember everything. The part in the beginning where you have to answer questions just to figure out what class you're going to be, that annoyed me. But that was typical 1980s.
I can't identify that.
Look at that. Personality +1. There we go. So, as far as stats go, our personality's up to 34. Remember, 50 is the target. See, I love games like this. And I want these games to have I want to control 8 characters, each with their own skills, and I want swimming, I want climbing, I want like all kinds of skills. To me, that is like the perfect game. I know it's probably a nightmare to design, but it's what I like.
Is that supposed to hurt?
So the thing that really hurts these, if I remember correctly, is the electric spark. So I know I've been doing the fireball, or fire spell. Like maybe poison spray would work, but there's like an electric, like it shoots these little like lightning balls that roll along the floor. And the reason it does the most damage is because there's 3 or 4 of them and they spray out, and then like 3 of them will hit the thing. We'll try a poison spray. I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, it did work. I think it used a lot of mana points. There's 2 of them there. So which one? That's SP cost of 2. Also 2. They're both the same. It does more damage because I have better skill.
It's just a small wound. It's just a small wound.
Running out of spell points.
Ah, but a scratch. Ah, but a scratch.
Let's see if... I mean, I do have Mind Blast. I don't think slimes have a mind. Nope. Didn't work.
Ow!
Okay, so I think he's out of spell points. So we need to...
Was that supposed to hurt?
Ow!
Man, how much health does that thing have? Okay, we killed one. Killed two. And if I remember correctly, just like the rats, some of the, like 1 in 100 rats will give you a ring. These oozes give you some pretty good stuff. Yeah, that troglodyte wasn't damaging this thing at all. I don't think there's anything... Well, I can at least give him the blue potions. And we can use the blue reagents, but I don't have any empty potion bottles. That's what I get from making all the health potions. There we go. Boy. We got a cure disease.
It's disarmed.
There's a very precious empty bottle.
I don't know what that is.
Just a crappy dagger. And we take any of these blues.
A perfect mix.
And there we go. Alright, we tripled our money doing this. I would like to finish this dungeon because I think we're near the end. If we run into another slime, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. That was 400 gold right there in that pile. That was excellent. These clubs are almost worthless. We're near the end. Oh, we found the dude. This is the dude we were looking for. And then we found his Archomage deck, which is a very fun game. I do enjoy it. Alright, and then we have another one of those ores. So, excelente. Also, we might even have... How close are we? 2,900 away. So we did finish the dungeon, which is good. Alright, so we left White Cliff Cave. That's just a rock. That's probably a reagent. I think that little X there is one of the things they're asking us to turn on. I bet there's another one up here somewhere. Anyways, there are 3. We'll take the long way home. Just because I'm curious what that little X is. It was up here. Man, it's letting me climb some really steep hills. I just don't remember being able to do that. There's nothing there. You know what that X was? It was a tiny sliver of the darkness that just hadn't been uncovered yet. That's really what that was. And I think the suggestion about there being something up the mountain is true. It's just I think it's more near the town. Yeah, we don't want to go... We don't want to travel just yet. Now these reagents are going to be helpful once I start getting my alchemy skill going. Ooh, there's an obelisk. We have not been here. Nope. Let's stay up here for now.
It's just a small wound.
Was that supposed to hurt?
Let's look for a more interesting.
It's just a small
No
wound.
match for me.
Let's work our way down.
It's just a small wound.
I don't think we have the bless anymore. I don't think this restores mana points. Like if I were to try to do a rest action, I can't remember. Alright, so there are...
It's disarmed.
Cure poison,
Mmm.
plain ring,
Mmm. We'll find a use for this.
a lame spear.
Mmm.
So we got another empty. I can wait.
A perfect mix.
We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got this Pauba. And I don't remember what it says. It's actually one of the things I told you to look up. But it's gonna create like you're gonna get like these messages, and it's I can assure you it says like pirates going down. So message 1, message 2 is gonna be right below it, message 3, and if you read down this way, it'll say pirates have buried something on an island somewhere, and the key thing is even if you know what it says, you still have to find all the obelisks, you have to collect all the messages before you can dig for the treasure. So it's the fact that you're spoiled in knowing that this is some kind of buried pirate treasure, it doesn't mean anything. You still got to find all the obelisks, which are scattered throughout all the area, and they're always fun to find.
Mmm.
More of
We'll
that.
find a use for this.
Those staff I don't think will sell for very much, but we will take it. Every little bit of money helps right now. Oh, there's a bunch.
It's just a small wound.
That kind of hurt a little.
It's just a small wound.
I'm glad I came back here, because I didn't even realize there was an obelisk there. There might be something here as well, but we're not going to explore that at this moment. The road going up is really just the way to Tellurian. There will be some monsters, though, probably along the road. Just like that.
Bring on a bigger challenge.
And it looks like it goes on forever, but then you'll all of a sudden get the message, hey, would you like to travel? And usually these open areas will have something. Oh, or it's that. So that's always good to know, that that's the way to Tellurian Forest. I don't think this... Like, more modern games would let you type something in and put a pin. This one doesn't quite let you go do that. Man, I used to have all this memorized, like where everything was located, all that stuff. I don't remember any of this. Tellurian's to the north. Erathia's to the west. I don't remember what was to the east. And then we gotta go to the Spirit Downs, or the Barrows, which is south. All the shops are gonna be closed.
Come in, come in. Enjoy your stay.
We'll just stay at an inn, get recovered.
See anything you want?
Alright, so we want to sell some stuff. This is the armor smith.
Thanks a lot.
Listen, I don't know.
Gotta get that identified. Then send that over.
See anything you want?
That's a little annoying, right? But it's not horrible. Sell, and sell, and sell. We're at 11,000 gold. I'm gonna spend that like it's nothing. But I'm still very excited that we got 11,000 gold. Once you finally get your skills, taken care of, you may actually want to consider buying something, right? I mean, they actually sell decent things. And eventually you'll learn just by looking at them, like, this is clearly better than that, and then this says studded leather and might. So, like, that's really good for the thief, because, I want to do more damage. So you're going to find maybe that special item, and it's very random. Like, this one gives you intellect +2. I mean, that's perfect for him. And for 400 gold, I actually might like that a lot. But I need my money right now for this. So the cleric can get this chain and the shield. And I'm going to start doing this. So let's get the chain and the shield. Can he really do leather? No. We're going to stay with robes.
Thanks a lot.
Alright, so that spent some money, but we needed it. Alright, don't need that.
Need a new weapon?
Okay, here we're gonna sell some more stuff. Almost got back up to the 11,000. Skills. Don't need it. We're all good on the skills.
Thanks. Come again.
And yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go around and visit all the spots again because I don't remember who does what.
Can I help you with anything?
So we got our magician.
I don't know.
Could do this to identify it. There we go. So we're going to sell. $296 just for a plain amulet. Yeah, that was really good. Man, if I could get my merchant skill into expert, I'll make even more money. Look at that.
Hey, the place is filled. We'll find a use for this. Thanks. Come again.
Need a new weapon?
15 gold for that axe.
Thanks.
Or for
Come
that,
again.
that staff. So, I mean, that's it. You're just getting 15 gold, but it's better than a kick in the butt with a frozen boot.
Greetings. Greetings.
If I could ever find the... So 10% bonus on all experience learned, 3% of all gold. What does this guy do? That is what that guy does. Yeah, I don't think you can have two of the same. I mean, I think you can, but
Hi.
I don't know if the benefit stays with you. I don't remember. We'd have to Google that one.
Greetings.
Yeah, we did finish a quest. We did get 750 gold for that. See, that's the master. And we are 448 away from leveling up. That quest hand-in, I was hoping it was going to do the trick, but not quite. Right here. So I can become an expert for 500 gold, and I'm going to do that. So now, with my skills, I have double the effect. So certain items require your character to be an expert, automatically identify an item. So I'm at level 4, but now it's considered 8 because I'm an expert. And that means
Hey, what's that? I don't know.
I still can't identify that. That's a very high level item, apparently. I'm going to need to come back to there.
Can I help you?
Not yet, although I do finally have money. We're going to go back to the inn.
Come in, come in.
Alright, so we're going to play our first game here. And I know this sounds a little clunky. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the bricks are how you build things. So you have a tower here. You want your tower to get to, I think, level 20 in order to win, and you want to destroy their tower to win. Like, there's multiple ways to win. You can get your tower up to a certain level, or destroy theirs. And then the cost, you got bricks, gems, and beasts, which are resources, and the cost for them are here at the bottom. So like this one, we get +1 wall, and we get to play again, and it's going to cost 1 brick to play the red card. I have 10 bricks total, and then the 2 I think is my income. So every time, around, you take a turn, they take a turn, and then everybody gets their income, and then you keep going. Here I can damage the enemy tower for 4 gems, or I can give +3 wall, because usually when you do damage, it's going to hit the wall first. Then any spillover goes to the tower. However, in a case like this, I believe it goes straight to the tower. I might be wrong. It's been a long time. 10 years. And then this is an interesting one. You get 7 walls and 7 gems, but you're spending almost all your crystal. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do this one first. I gain a wall. Oh, I'm on this side, not that side. And then I'm going to do this one. So there you can see that was 5 generic damage, so it just went against my wall. Now this is an income one. So I'm going to spend 7 beasts to get +2 zoo. So now my income is 4. And yeah, the sound issues are... there's nothing I can do about it, I don't think. So these will do direct damage to a tower. This is an interesting one. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. I don't remember what number you have to get to. It's clearly not 20. Let's see. Yeah, that stuttering is annoying. I got so many beasts. And yeah, I mean, it's a game of attrition. And they got me a lot lower than I have him. Magic is the gems, I believe. I don't have enough bricks or gems. I definitely need this. Yeah. I need green cards. I got so many beasts, it's not even funny. There we go. I won. So it took a while. Each player having a tower of 15, wall of 5. Object is either to get a tower to 30, one of the resources to 100. Oh, I forgot about that one. So my beasts, I was almost there with the beasts, or at least I was halfway. Destroy an opponent's tower, which of course is how we won. So there is a quest to win Archimage in every town. And we did get money for this. I don't think we get money every time we play, though. You might even be gambling to play. So let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say, like, if you're gambling money, like how much you're gambling. You do make money, like I said, and it is a quest that I don't know if we have that quest yet. I'd have to think about it. Oh, I was looking for this. We didn't get any experience points for it.
Can I help you with an... Huh? Talk to the hand!
Talk to the hand. You tell him,
Hi,
Andrew.
how are you?
Alright. Alchemy. I need alchemy. I need identify monster. I don't need anybody else to have it. They were only 1 gold each. That was money well spent. Okay, fair enough.
Need some training?
Bodybuilding, you can, it's just like anything else, like learning. Even if you're just at level 1, I mean, it's helping you to get more hit points. I know I need to go up on these hills, but I'm just trying to follow the road. At first here. Yeah, the bounty hunts are not something you can really do easily in the beginning. And I know we did this hill stuff before, but I can't remember. There's 2 doors on this one. Yep, not there yet. But I do need to go to that guy. This one for 1,000. And then boom. Body magic expert, even though I don't know any spells. Other than heal and that one other one. But it just makes my heal that much stronger, which keeps me alive and gets us through it.
The Guild of the Spirit welcomes you.
This we need. Man, that was expensive, but we needed it. I went most of our money. But now, that improved our mana points. So we only have a level 1 skill, for example. Multiply the skill in meditation by the character's base class bonus. 4 for sorcerer. So that gave me 4 spell points. And I'm assuming that was also 4 spell points. We could probably Google that. In fact, I need to make a pause anyway, so let me see if I can pull that up, and then I'll show you when I get back. Okay, I was gone for quite a while, but here is what we were looking for. So for the hit points, the knight gets 34 plus 4 times the endurance bonus. And remember, the bonus is, we have it on, it's this here, remember? Because endurance bonus at an endurance of 15 is a 1. So this, by the way, is the best chart ever. This is a fantastic website. It's called Dungeon Crawl Classics. And I actually found that, and you can click on these little red links and it takes you to all sorts of cool stuff. So, for example, I'm going to click on the hirelings list. And this is hirelings by location. So there's a May up here in, right? You know, because there's, so we want to do Harmondale. Like, do I have a banker in Harmondale? And the answer is no. So that's why I'm not finding a banker, even though I'm looking for one. And if I go back to May appear in, right, to get the whole list again, right there's the banker, 20% bonus on all gold found, right? That's the one I want. And then here's the places that it could be. I was here. I know how to get to these two places pretty easily. I know I can also get to this one. So there's 3 spots where I can find a banker. Now, it's a may appear, which means it's not always there, so you may have to leave the area and come back and things of that nature. Bear with me one second. Sorry, I had a tangled cord. Okay, so another really good one is this Fallen Wizard. Cast the Hour of Power spell once per day. This is a fantastic website. I really love this. This is better than we had a hireling list here. I mean, this is maybe a more concise list, but I love that the other one tells you the location. And look at that, Mastertown Porter once per day. That's really useful in the early game if you can get that, but I don't think you can. So the Gate Master, I could come over here and find the Gate Master, and you can see, actually, you can find one in the Tellurian Forest. That's in the, I think the Stone City is also somewhere that's near us. So we can actually get one really quick, and then you get the Town Portal spell. There's some fantastic information here. So, again, love it. Let's see. The skills list. Let's look at that one. I'm actually going to close this hireling list. That was so superior. I think I accidentally closed something. So let's look at the skills list here. So novice skill vendors. So this is by location. So if I want to go to Harmondale again, that's where I can learn all the different skills. How awesome is that? So I'm interested in, how do I find the bow? And I went to the Tellurian Forest for this. So the problem is this doesn't say the location. I mean, it's the name of the, I mean, that's how you know it's the Tellurian Forest, right? You have to expand it a bit. So you can see those are all the locations where you could learn bow. This is fantastic. Man, where has this website been all my life? So this is the basic skill. Then you have the this just tells you what happens when you get the level ups. I like it a lot. It's very nice. I mean, I know we have this is our skill list here. This is actually the instructors. So, I mean, the some armor smith right here is not helpful, but the expert one, this is probably maybe a little more helpful because it tells you exactly where. So I can see that if I went expert leather, I can find Douglas Iverson in Harmondale. I am convinced that somehow or another I could probably figure that out here. I just don't have that. And then this is the, yeah, this is the page I already have. So you got statistical analysis. This is the same chart. That goes up to 50, right? So right here, you get once you get to 50, you get a +9, and then it jumps by 25. A little harder to see that in this chart, but this is essentially the same thing. And then these are your base hit points. So you can see the knight gets the most, and then the paladin, archer, and ranger, and then the cleric, sorcerer, and druid. Where's the thief in that? Why is the thief missing? That's interesting. I would think the thief is somewhere in the cleric range. Although cleric, sorcerer, and druid are at the lowest. I bet the thief is the 28, like the other ones. Yeah, that's not very helpful. And then as far as spell points per level, this is what I was looking for. You can see the cleric and sorcerer at 3 plus the meditation. But we got the hit point formula. Thief isn't in this one either. That's so interesting. But yeah, so it's 3 times the perception bonus plus 13. That's your starting spell points. Then per level, it's 3 times your medication skill. Meditation, not medication. So, and I do believe it's retroactive. So even if you've already progressed 4 levels, as soon as you get your first meditation skill, you're going to get 4 extra spell points for the levels that you missed. So, anyways, that's what we were supposed to find. I don't know why the thief wasn't. Oh, I see. The bonus breakpoints is just this. Okay, I don't know why the thief isn't in here. I'm going to assume that the thief is at a 28, 3 times endurance. The knight gets 4 times endurance, which is why one of the reasons why we were hoping to progress the knight. And then hit points per level right here, 4 times bodybuilding. So for the knight, that's going to be really crucial. And then the monk is not listed in here either, which is also, I don't understand why the monk is missing. The monk is the only one that can do Grandmaster bodybuilding. I think the monk is at the paladin archer level, so the monk is going to be a 3, but since the Grandmaster is going to let them get uber bonuses. So I love this website, but I don't know why it's missing some key stuff. Anyways, let's get back to the game, which apparently has been running and running. So that was not good.
Welcome to the Fire Guild.
So again, we can buy, you can always right click on it and you can see like fire spike. We already have the fire bolt. I wish it would tell us, hey, you already know this. There's plenty of space on that screen for it to show it, but it doesn't do it. This is a big one. To get fireball, and that's 1890 gold. I'm not quite ready to do this.
The Guild of the Mind welcomes you.
Here you can see. So we do have to start investing in spells, which, again, cost money.
The Guild of the Body welcomes you.
This one we've become an expert in, so we can learn these. Regeneration is a cool one. You can see that it's NA at normal because you have to be at least an expert to learn the spell. It'll heal hit points over time, 1 hour per point of skill. So currently we're at 4. So for 4 hours, you'll just regenerate hit points. That's really nice because you can cast it for 5 points. And where's the... This is the one we've been casting. That costs 2 points, right? So this costs, this costs over double what that does. But you'll heal while you're walking around because you're just regenerating health. And it's just very helpful. So I actually think I might want to buy that one. I will. Let's buy it.
Learned another one.
So there we go. So now if we try to cast a regeneration there. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Obviously we got
Welcome
air,
to the Air Guild.
which we're finally a member of. This is the spell I was telling you about, Sparks. So, small balls of lightning, they roll on the ground, and see how at normal it shoots out 3 sparks? Well, all 3 of them hit the those blobs. And so it'll do triple damage. So each spark does 2 points plus 1 point of skill. But since there's 3 of them hitting, it does 3 times the damage. And that's also a nice one. But see, 1140 is expensive. I can cut it down to 1000. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I gotta quit looking at spells because I keep
There's
buying
no
them.
room. Hey, this should be useful.
Yeah, Andrew, it is useful. Alright, so now we got the Spark spell. That'll be really good against those blobs. And my apologies. I am being bothered again as soon as I sit down. Okay, that wasn't very long. Let's get back to it. So this is like our spell central up here. I know that's the water one. I think I need to save my money for, again, improving our...
Welcome to the Earth Guild.
See, I don't actually know earth magic yet, so... I at least have the skill. Even if I'm not going to buy any spells, you want to at least have the skill. And I think water magic might be one I don't have either. Let's go.
Welcome to the Water Guild.
Oh, I do. So that's where the poison spray comes from. They're all good. If you're fighting a fire elemental, you're going to need water spells. If you're fighting an ice elemental, you're going to want fire spells. It's that kind of game. So you can't just say, hey, I'm all in on fireball. Although fireballs are awesome. I think we are done as far as this goes. Yeah. We need to get our castle upgraded. Oh, that's right. We want to maybe get some skills.
Do you need medical attention?
We're good.
Take care.
Yeah, I think we're getting to the point where we don't have that many
Hi,
skills we need to
how are
learn
you?
anymore.
Can I help you with anything?
Yeah, we're getting good. Alright, let's just see where... Now, there is a printable... Like, you get on the internet, you can find
Traveling today?
the travel schedule. So we can go to Erathia. I have some ore, so let's do
The
this.
coach leaves right away.
Although I probably don't have the money. Now, one thing you missed is there were horseshoes here that we collected. And I don't think I ever figured out what that one does. But there's a There are griffins flying around over the town because this is the Celestial Haven headquarters, and then right here. So we can have him make a weapon. If I find more ore,
Hey,
I'll
the
be
place
happy.
is filled.
I didn't think he would make it so quick.
Wonderful!
This is getting a little crazy with the inventory here.
Wonderful!
So we just made a gray one.
Wonderful! Mmm!
Completely useless because it's a sword. Alright, we got another one. Should I try again? I'm gonna save it. But let's see if the autosave, because that was a useless item.
Traveling today? The coach leaves right away. He's right.
So let's try this again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna save it because these ores they're very precious. There's only so many of them. I didn't think it was free though. That's the part that has me a little confused. But yeah, let's try it now. So we saved. We're gonna make a weapon. See, this time it's an axe.
I can't identify that.
We can load, make a weapon. This time we got a mace.
We'll find a use for this.
I mean, that one's at least usable. I mean, it's not that great. Maybe it's because this ore is... It says exceptional weapon. And another sword.
Mmm!
Alright, we're gonna try again. I'm looking for a spear. Oh, what is that?
There's no room. We'll find a use for this.
Dwarven dagger that time. These aren't great items. So we just made 3 items. None of them are great. All leather. So maybe the best one is the magical item. That's this one down here. 1, 2. One of them just made a reagent.
We'll find a use for this.
Hammer hands.
Mmm!
Armor plus 6. That's where it goes. Sure, I'll take that. They weren't great items. One of the things we do need is I need to learn my plate armor skill. So we have to find... You know how they have the signs out in front of them? This town's a little easier to find your way around, although each of these individual doors are annoying. This is the armor guy here.
See anything you want?
There we go. Bam.
Thanks a lot.
Alright, so now he can wear plate, which is useful. This is two-hander, which is why he can't use the shield at the moment.
See anything you want? Thanks a lot.
Need some training? Need some training?
369. We're close, folks. Now, somewhere here is the guy who trades goods. You know how we just bought the arrowheads and we sold the lumber? So one of these is a trader, and I'll be darned if I know which one it is. I want to say it was somebody over here, but it's been so long.
Hi, how are you?
There's no room.
Alright, I know it's a little annoying, but we gotta
A perfect mix. Wonderful. Wonderful.
get some of my
A perfect mix. A perfect mix.
is that empty? Oh, those are empty.
Wonderful. A perfect mix.
Alright, so they're a little deceiving because these two colors look very similar. But now you could take like a red and a blue,
Wonderful.
and then you put them together and you get cure poison. And then you have an empty bottle again. So we can put another blue in.
Wonderful.
You can take a blue and a yellow
Wonderful.
and you get awaken, which is a green potion. Now eventually you can mix awaken with something like cure poison, and that's where this potion list comes in. So what we're doing right now is we're making the most basic of basics, right? And then because I have basic alchemy skill, I can make red and blue. Red and yellow will give me cure disease, and blue and yellow will give me awaken. And then once I have expert level alchemy, I can then mix. So what you're doing is you're mixing a basic potion with an advanced one to get these. Although these are too advanced being mixed together. And then down here, you need master alchemy, and you're basically mixing advanced ones together. And then down here is the grandmaster one. So, of the layered ones, which we can do, I'm not a big fan of any of these, except they sell for $150 each. So we could make money doing this, because I have so many of these.
Wonderful. Wonderful. A perfect mix.
So I can like give them to her and have her sell them. So bam, bam. The cure poison ones might be worth holding on to. You know, so at 150 gold each, they might be worth it.
Wonderful. A perfect mix.
So we got our empty showing up, and then that helps free up some of our space, right? Now the question is we got the base reagent, you know, the gray one here, right? It's called a catalyst, and you don't need catalysts until it should be up here. What does it say? They modify the strength. Don't drink them unless you want to be poisoned. So if I take a gray one,
A perfect mix.
see, that's now a power 2. I want to keep that in case he needs, you know.
A perfect mix. A perfect mix.
So there you go. We got ourselves some items here. Giving her a bunch. Free up some space for him to do some identify.
Can I help you with anything?
I'm only getting 17 bucks. These aren't 150.
Thanks. Come again.
Yeah, that wasn't a very lucrative money-making idea. We probably need a lot better. There's those griffins flying around. They will attack you if you become a jerk.
Do you need medical attention? Take care.
Cavalier, that's one of the ones. Prove your bravery in battle. Destroy all the undead in the Haunted Mansion in the Barrow Downs. He needs that. Or is that a paladin one? That is one of them. But see, like this one here. Well, that sounds right. Yeah, can promote to Cavalier. So, that was one of the quests we really needed. Alright, now getting back to...
How are you?
Like, one of these could be a banker.
Greetings.
Those are just informational guys. This one, I believe, is for paladins. Oh, we're back to these guys. Okay, they're definitely not on the right. So there goes that theory.
How are you?
What's a prelate do? 4 points to body, mind, and spirit. That is not bad at all, except 20% of your gold is pretty hefty.
How are you?
Where's the dang door? Here it is. We don't have enough points for shield. We've been to this gun already. That's the armor.
Need some training?
Oh, we've been there. We're gonna go around the outside edge. That's the travel one. We'll come down here and do these. Lord Markham. Into Talia. Alright, so a letter for Lord Markham. There it is, right there. So that time we only got 37 gold profit. I wonder if there's a time limit. Like, how much you dink around. If I can buy griffin feathers, that you have to go to Tuliria for. See, this is where I want to mark my map. Where am I? I'm right there. I mean, I knew it was here. I just didn't, or in the vicinity. So this is another expert. So we found 2 experts, which of the same type, which is fine. That happens. Ooh. I will take that. Thank you very much. Mind expert right at the same spot. Ooh, another quest. Archomage Championship. Every town. Yeah, I don't know if it counted the one that I already won, or maybe I have to go back and do it again. Who knows? Again, sorry for the fast clicking. Alright, a lot of that was just membership stuff. We did all this. We have this one down here. I don't think I have mace. Expert ready.
Come in, come in.
Look at that, 12 gold. That's expensive. Let's play some Archomage. Let's get some zoo going. I just need 2 more. I was able to build 2 more to my tower. I don't have enough gems, but I'm almost there. Oh, there must be a rule in this town. 30's not going to win it for you. Gotta pay more attention to the rules. Looks like they change in every town. Wow, that's really damaging. Wish they had the victory conditions printed out somewhere here. a lot of like plus. I don't have a lot of damage cards. Oh, I did win. It was 50. Get 1,200 gold. They took 60. Right here, tower of 50, resources to 150. So the rules do change. So I gotta pay attention. And as far as my quest goes, yeah, it's not tracking how many Archmage places I've won. That's it's the annoying part of 1999. You gotta keep track of that yourself. Alright, so Crusader and Cavalier are just on one side or the other. You can take a ship. This is just like traveling, except you're doing it with a ship.
Welcome aboard!
I definitely don't want to go to the Barkata Desert yet. I think that's a dungeon up ahead of us there. And here. Don't ask me what kind of dungeon it is, I don't remember. I need to go get the dwarves to help me. I was hoping maybe
Hello.
we would find a banker. Wait, if you're really hard up on alchemy, that's definitely the way to go.
Hello.
Arms Master doesn't suck. I have 2 melee guys in my party.
Hello.
Alright, and then up here is, like it tells you, Castle Griffinheart. To the left, Fort Riverstride, and then the guilds. So this is all the magic guilds. You can buy your spells and whatnot.
Hello. Hello.
Should probably save it again. I don't
Do you
really
think it's safe to go in there?
care that I have to walk through the castle. Although I guess it's more realistic. The Elven one was just a giant maze. This is turning into one.
It's locked.
Alright, we don't have authorization. And if you want to declare war on them and go hog wild, you can. It's also a reason why you save before going in. Because, you know... Oh, there we go. That was... a very weird... So basically the locked area is where the king is, I think. And I guess he's not willing to see me, which makes sense. I have like no reputation whatsoever. That looks like a place you can get in and... That's Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. It's just one big, long walk. Doesn't look like visitors are welcome. This is probably a dungeon. I don't have any quests to do this yet. So if we do... I think it's this way. Ooh, what's up here? The Deja Moors. That's another location. It's a lot more peaceful. There's not, 100 million goblins running around in this one. We're going back to Harmondale. Took us 5 days, but that's fine. And that filled in our black spot. All part of the master plan, right? Okay, so we at least have our basic skills. We bought the smallest amount of spells. We're mostly goblin free. There might be one or two still running around here. We lit one of the fires. Yeah, we're going to go to the Barrow Downs. So here we are. We're down to 7 food. Money just laying on the ground. See, this is more of the trader, right? Summer Circle. Now that clue about the obelisks or the dials is going to be helpful later. You should take the left fork. Many have taken the right fork and have never been heard from again. That could be helpful, I guess. It's useless for us right now.
Come in, drink. Stone soup.
Phil,
Good stuff.
play some Archomage. What are the rules in this one? Tower, let's see. Tower to 100, resources to 300, or destroy. That's what we want to do. We want to take him down. Well, my magic is definitely not greater than theirs. This will only damage the wall. Gonna discard that one. Got him down to 1. 1! Had him down to 1, and he's all the way up to 11 again. Sometimes you don't have a choice, right? Uh-oh, what do I do? How do you pass? It's right click, by the way, in case you were wondering. This is not helpful. I feel like I'm losing. I'm gonna lose here. Need more magic. That gave me some extra. Man, I'm nowhere close. It reduces mine as well, which I'm not a big fan of. He's got 8 magic. He's winning. That was a big bump there. A lot of stuff to improve my tower. Yeah, I lost. He ended up with 300 resources. That jerk. Let's try again. I had him down to 1 tower. The stuttering sounds really annoying. Man, I'm just getting clobbered here. 3 turns in a row I haven't had a chance to go. I'm gonna do this. We got some magic going now. Stutter is bad. I'm gonna win by getting to 300. There we go. It's a nice little moneymaker too. And it's a fun little game. Okay, so we got our inn here. This is where we're clearly going to be resting, healing. Look at our map. We got a lot to explore. The dwarves are in here somewhere. I want to say they're around here. If I remember, they're probably even down here. There's a lot of killing to do. So we're at 2 hours, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.